But this is our current CNN projection of where we are now. And look at this. If Donald Trump won what we have here, dark red states, solid Republican. Light red states, leaning Republican. If he won just those right there, he would already have the path to 270. He would have 272 electoral votes. Look what is different. We have Wisconsin as a toss-up. We have Pennsylvania as a toss-up, two critical states for Joe Biden. Michigan right now, another critical state for Biden, leaning Republican. Georgia, a state Biden flipped, leaning Republican. Arizona, a toss-up state. That was a state Biden flipped. Nevada, a state he won, leaning Republican. This is the dire strait for Joe Biden right now on the first night of the Republican convention. Tomorrow is 16 weeks to Election Day. 16 weeks from tomorrow, we count the votes. It is tough to change a map like this in that amount of time. And here's why Democrats are so worried, why so many Democrats are saying, Mr. President, please reconsider and get out of this race. Because right now, Trump is leading here. And Trump is leading here, narrowly, but he's ahead in those states. Trump is leading here. That's 312 electoral votes. Trump is leading in this Nebraska congressional district. Let me change it that way. Nebraska does it by congressional district. That's 313 electoral votes. And Democrats are warning that Trump may not be well ahead. It may still be margin of error. It might be a tie. But right now, Trump is competitive here. That's blue Virginia. That's blue New Hampshire. So the warnings to the White House are Donald Trump could conceivably, if the current dynamics in the race hold, get 330 or more electoral votes. That's what they believe.
CNN is desperately trying to get rid of Biden. They are sounding the alarm that if Biden is the Democrats' candidate, they are going to lose in an absolutely epic Trump landslide. We're going to see the latest on the state of the race. We're going to see the last-ditch effort by Democrats to try to get rid of Biden. And we're going to see how more and more Democrat operatives have actually given up and are resigning themselves to 4 more years of the one and only Donald J. Trump. Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your Patriot Professor, here to help you stay sane in these insane times. So make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Remember, tonight is the night. We got our special Call to Arms event, our own free online event tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's a completely free event that will show you your own crucial role that only you can play in securing Trump's victory in November. All of you had to do is just click on that link below or scan the QR code to secure your spot, and we'll send you your very own Courageous Conservatives book bundle absolutely free as a thank you for taking your part in securing Trump's victory seriously. So don't wait. Click on that link or scan that QR code right now. And finally, I want you to stop putting off what you know you need to do. If you have not yet secured the deed to your home, you need to click on that link below right now and protect yourself and your loved ones. I was absolutely shocked when I found out how easy it was to access the deed to my house, and not just access it, but actually change it. The deed to your home is the only document that proves you own it, but the problem is that the deeds to all our homes are now online. And so criminals are free to find your deed, forge your signature, refile as the new owner of your home, take out tons of loans using your home's equity, and then they stick you with all the debt. But that's where our good friends over at Home Title Lock come in. Gang, they're just simply amazing. Home Title Lock gives you the peace of mind that the deed to your home is absolutely and completely protected. Click on that link below right now. Use promo code Turley Talks, and all you got to do is enter your address for your no-obligation home title scan to see if you've already been a victim of deed theft. That's a $100 value, absolutely, totally free with my promo code Turley Talks. Gang, do not wait for the worst to happen, only to regret you didn't do something about it when you could have. Do what I've done. Do what countless patriots have done. Click on that link below right now and secure your home today. All right, let's start with the state of the race as of today, July 17th. You saw the CNN electoral map. Take a look at the latest election forecast projection model from The Economist. Now, remember, The Economist is a liberal outlet. They are as globalists get, certainly no fan of Trump. Gang, look at this. According to all the data they have and the thousands of possible outcomes they run through their algorithms, The Economist model concludes that Trump now has a 77% chance of winning this election. It's his highest odds ever, according to this forecast model. By comparison, Take a look at where we were on this day, July 17th, 4 years ago. The forecast for a Biden win was at 88%. Biden in 4 years has gone from an 88% chance of winning to today just a 22% chance of winning. And again, it's only going to get worse. I mean, gang, seriously, take a look at the forecast odds for each of the swing states. Look at Pennsylvania. It's Trump with a 75% chance of winning. The projected margin is a Trump +4, which would be a blowout in terms of Pennsylvania. In Wisconsin, Trump has a 70% chance of winning. And in Michigan, he has a 64% chance. Now, again, we need to underscore here, this is why he chose J.D. Vance as his vice president. Vance is a senator from Ohio, very successful senator from Ohio. He's fully MAGA, America First. And he won with demographics very similar to the so-called blue wall states, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. And remember, given the state of the electoral map right now, Biden has to win every single one of those states. Trump only has to win one. So this is why I think he went with Vance over and against, say, Glenn Youngkin of Virginia. Trump certainly could win Virginia, but he's much more likely to win at least one of the 3 blue wall states. And right now, The Economist is forecasting that Trump is going to win all 3 in an absolute blowout. And take a look at this. Arizona, gang. Freaking Arizona. Trump has an 81% chance of winning the Grand Canyon state. The projected margin right now is Trump +6. And this has some very interesting correspondence, some very interesting corroboration. Trump +6. Now, this just dropped in the last 24 hours. This is from Larry Schweikert. Maricopa County. Now, remember, he who wins Maricopa wins Arizona. It's by far the largest county in the state. Maricopa just gained nearly 500 Republican voter registrations over the Democrats in a single day. This is right after the shooting. It's the highest GOP net gain in a single day ever recorded in the county. And Republicans just saw a net gain over Democrats by 1,200 registrations in the 3 days following the shooting. So right now, as we speak, the Republicans have a near 7-point registration advantage over the Democrats in the key swing state of Arizona. They were only +3 in 2020. Now they have more than doubled that registration advantage ever since. So that corresponds perfectly, almost to the number, with the projected margin that Trump should win Arizona according to the Economist model. So you could see precisely why CNN and the Democrats are panicking here. Here is MSNBC reporting on the utter desperation of the Democrats.
While the Menendez verdict was coming down, I was also texting sources to confirm the existence of a new letter being circulated by congressional Democrats that effectively asks the Democratic National Committee and DNC delegates to delay the virtual roll call process that would effectively make Biden the nominee well before the convention at the end of August. Now, this virtual roll call is not the norm. It's not something parties typically do, but it was put into place when Ohio had a rule on its books about when the Democrats needed to put forward their nominee in order to put that person on the Ohio ballot. But in the intervening weeks since that rule came into existence and really into tension with the Democratic nominating calendar, we've seen the state of Ohio rectify its rules. Now, in this letter, in part, more than 20 Democrats, I'm told, along with my colleague Scott Wong, have signed on to this effort saying, hey, Ohio has dealt with that rule issue. It's no longer an issue now. Let's delay this virtual roll call process that could start as early as July 21st. In the next few days, really. This is effectively Democrats saying, I know that the news cycle has turned. I know that there is attention in other places. But at the same time, I don't want this silence to make people think that all Democrats are on board and behind President Biden. This letter is sort of a way of them saying, Chris, hey, we've still got problems. We've still got questions. And we'd like the DNC to say that they hear us on this and give us the time and the space to parse out our concerns with President Biden before just officially nominating him.
So there you have it. More than 20 Democrats are calling on the DNC to delay the mail-in ballot process among Democrat delegates so they can reassess who their nominee is going to be. I mean, again, here we are just 100+ days away from the election, and the Democrats still can't agree who their nominee is. There is a massive mutiny brewing inside the Democrat Party against the incontinent-in-chief. I mean, there's just simply no way around it. Take a look at this report here from Politico. It's excellent, actually. Trump wants unified Democrats and divided Republicans. The shooting and the debate have turned the tables. It's a fascinating piece. Again, remember, Politico is basically the mouthpiece of the DNC at this point. If you want to know what Democrats are talking about behind the scenes, as it were, just read Politico. And this article is utterly revealing. Its basic argument is that the Republican Party is now more unified than it has ever been since Ronald Reagan. Even more so. The author actually noted, the author of the piece noted that Trump, for his supporters, Trump is more popular in life than Reagan is in memory. And what the assassination attempt against Donald Trump over the weekend did is it formally solidified that MAGA takeover of the Republican Party. He escaped death and then rose up to forge a bond with his supporters that few presidential candidates have ever enjoyed. And that single moment stifled any remaining dissent and opposition within the GOP. It's gone. Just take a look at Nikki Haley's speech last night. It is gone. It is over. Now, by contrast, Trump's ascendance has completely unraveled the Democrat coalition. So, according to this piece, ironically, back in 2020, it was Trump who was the divisive figure among Republicans, with several factions of Republicans wanting someone else. It was the Democrats who were united. They were united in a coalition that had a single goal: stop Trump. That was the Biden coalition. The Biden coalition was centered on a single issue, and that issue was stopping Trump, or better, ending Trump. Now, over the last several months, we've begun to see that coalition unravel, with a significant number, particularly non-white working-class voters, defecting over to Trump for all kinds of reasons. But in the end, it does appear mainly because they could identify with someone who's being persecuted by a thoroughly biased, rigged, unjust legal system. That, along with the horrific economy and the disaster at the southern border. But as of 9:20 p.m. on the night of June 27th, that coalition officially collapsed. That's when the whole world witnessed a political train wreck of monumental proportions in that utterly devastating debate. The forces united to stop Trump shattered. They splintered, and now the coalition is in tatters. The effective quelling of any dissent against Biden over the last 4 years has come completely undone. The various Democrat factions are now at war with each other. It is the Republican Party that is going into November more united than ever, and it's the Democrats who are more divided than ever. Look at this. This is from Axios. They're now reporting that the Democrats, we're talking high-ranking Democrat operatives here, okay? Democrat leadership. They're reporting they have basically given up on November. They haven't just given up on getting rid of Biden. They're literally giving up on November. They've resigned themselves to accept that they are basically going to suffer a colossal landslide loss. They are recognizing, however reluctantly, that their efforts to get rid of Sleepy Joe have failed, and so they're stuck with a candidate that 72% of the nation does not think should be running. Now, of course, I say it virtually every day here on this channel. Of course, we cannot be complacent. Now is the time for us to do more. We're to be more diligent in our efforts to make sure that Trump sees the greatest landslide victory of our lifetimes. And so in that vein, make sure to click on that link below or scan the QR code and RSVP for tonight's Call to Arms event, where we'll learn what each one of us can do to make sure that this is the most epic election ever. I look forward to seeing you there tonight.